Now, what do we have here? I don't know if they was getting ready and practicing, or it looked like he was turning. It looked like Steven Tyler from Aerosmith was turning the camera on himself. I have no idea what was going on there. Anyway, let's get to it. I'm Krizz Kaliko. I'm the only multi-gold and platinum rapper, singer, songwriter, producer that reacts to videos on YouTube. This is Krizz Kaliko Reacts. Let's go.
Krizz Kaliko.
Kaliko?
Krizz Kaliko.
Krizz! Oh, they're waking Krizz up! Uh-oh!
Like, share, comment, and subscribe to one of the fastest growing channels on YouTube. Aerosmith crying. So now it makes sense to me. I saw this like spoof video years ago where they were like, Aerosmith with the song Crying. Aerosmith with the song Crazy. Now Aerosmith with the song Crazy Crying. Now Crying Crazy Crying. I get it because they got a bunch of songs titled Crying and Crazy. Now I get the joke that I saw on the internet a while ago. Anyway, I've heard several of their songs before. I don't know why that's so funny to me. It's so corny. I've heard several of their songs before, but I've been getting really more familiar with the band Aerosmith lately. An appreciation for Steven Tyler's voice. And I'm ready to get it on, man. Crying live from Reeling in the Years. You know, we've looked at Reeling in the Years videos before. They always got vintage. Why are they advertising it on the screen this much? They always got vintage videos that you can look at from the 60s to, I don't know. I sound like I'm a commercial for them. All right. Some people like seeing this behind the scenes. Getting his earpiece on, and it makes the impact of the song starting a lot bigger or something. I don't know.
Tables have turned, yeah, 'cause me and them ways have parted. One more time.
Oh, hold on. This is even more. Give me a pause. This is even more interesting than I ever thought it was going to be. Are we watching? With false starts. It says that. I see that now. It says Aerosmith crying with false starts, live 1997. The RITY, or is it RITY Archives? I don't know. I like seeing this, and I'm sure you guys are enjoying it too. I know that people like to see behind the scenes because rock bands and stuff usually look perfect all the time. So now you get to see them making mistakes, man. Let's keep going.
That's an A there, Tom.
I feel like they're really jacking around a lot.
Where they serve onion soup 3 times a day. Whoa, how the mortars yell. Whoa, how the mortars smell. Where they serve onion soup 3 times a day.
Like, who is this? Gotta just be a practice, man. But it sounds so dope even in the practice, though.
There was a time when I was so broken hearted. Love wasn't much of a friend of mine. Well, the tables have turned, yeah. 'Cause me and them ways have parted. That kind of love was the killing kind. Now listen, all I want is someone I can't resist.
Who else is singing?
Need to know by the way that I got kissed. Love was crying when I met you. Now I'm trying to forget you.
Okay, I see over there on the side. Mitchell. All right, hold on. Give me a pause. So I told you I'm getting even more familiar. I didn't realize nobody in Aerosmith sings besides the lead singer. Unless there's always so I'm assuming the keyboard player. I see that's who's singing over on the side. I'm assuming the keyboard player is not normally in the group or not like part of the original Aerosmith band or whatever. I think it's just him and all of the guitar players and then the two guitar players, the bass guitar player and the drummer. I'm assuming it's just the four of them. But whoever's singing over on the side sounds like I can remember this hook, hearing this hook before. One other place that I would hear these songs back in the day is Rockin' Bowl. I don't know if y'all ever had Rockin' Bowl. It was like a thing that we had in Kansas City years ago where you could bowl all you can bowl for like, well, back then this was in the 90s. So you could bowl all you could bowl for like $10, and then they would play. They had a DJ there. They turned the lights out and put these fluorescent lights on, and you could bowl as much as you wanted to. For one price. And so we used to go to Rockin' Bowl every like Friday. I was thinking like, where have I heard some of these songs before? Because I'm not super familiar with them, but it ain't that I never heard a lot of them before. I'm just like, I don't really know that. I heard the hook. Rockin' Bowl, dude. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. Whoever's singing over on the side sounds like the person that sang in the record. So I don't know. I didn't realize that nobody in Aerosmith that I've seen on stage with him, even though I don't know those other guys' names, except for, I realized what that other guitar player's name is now, Joe Perry. I kept saying Steve Perry, which I think that's the lead singer of Journey. Joe Perry, Steven Tyler, Joe Perry. I don't know the rest of those guys. I didn't realize they didn't sing. Anyway, let's go, because now I'm rambling. Let's go. Forget you. All right, give me a pause again before this guitar solo comes in. What is that called that Steven Tyler wears? Is this a jacket, a blouse? Like he wears really interesting clothing. I noticed that ties the scarf, the scarf. I wouldn't call it a scarf around the microphone. It's always been very interesting and very androgynous to me. Like what is that called? I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out while I'm sitting here looking at him. Like, is this a shirt, a jacket? Well, when I was younger, they used to call it if it was a woman's shirt, they call it a top. I like your top. So that's what we'll call it, a top. But it's always been very interesting, very eclectic, I guess, style, because it's always got like animal print and other stuff on it. I mean, what did he call it? Has he ever had interviews where he talked about it or whatever, man? Y'all let me know in the comments. Wonder what that top note was. And the guy right there with the leather jacket always seems very calm. Oh, I forgot he'd be playing the harmonica. I seen him do that in the last video that I just reviewed. That guy right there, he seems very calm. Or possibly has a substance on board. I don't know. All right, I got it. I was trying to figure that harmony out. Yeah, man. I said it in the last video. Well, let me make sure they're not going to say nothing in their halfway rehearsal they got moving. Okay, they're not. I said it in the last Aerosmith video that I reacted to. I didn't realize how soulful Steven Tyler's voice was. You know, of course, the introduction I got to them was Walk This Way, you know what I mean, years ago. Walk This Way. And I never had heard that song until they did that remix with, it was basically a remix with Run DMC. Run DMC did a remix of it. They didn't call it a remix back in that day, but that's what it was. So I got introduced to them from Walk This Way, and I'm like, oh, well, Aerosmith, okay, because I was just a rap fan, even though I knew I was kind of familiar with a lot of the rock songs. I've told y'all about my history growing up in the suburbs, blah, 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 blah. But I didn't realize until right now, reacting to videos, that this dude was really a soulful rock singer and an actual genius with how he presented himself with his clothes and just blending those genres together, like blues and rock like that. It's like a bluesy rock. I've never really noticed that until right now. So you guys tell me, what do you think about that? You know what I mean? Do you agree? You know, and I've been talking to you guys in the comments a lot more lately. So go ahead and comment to me. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk about this later, man. This is one of the fastest growing channels on YouTube, man, and I appreciate you guys joining me. Cali, baby. See you. Bye.
Whose house? In your house.